opportunity to meet with the incoming United States President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago on Saturday evening, and then at his golf club on Sunday morning. We had a friendly conversation, and I thought quite constructive, during which I emphasized the mutual importance of the U.S.-Canada relationship, and specifically how hundreds of thousands of jobs are supported in the United States by energy exports from Alberta. I was able to have similar discussions with members of his incoming administration, and I was encouraged to hear that they also understand how important Canada is and how our strong energy and security relationship is important. I think we need to be prepared that tariffs are coming. That seems to me I think we've all seen the biggest irritant to the United States are trade deficits, which they believe they have. I don't actually believe they have a trade deficit. When you take out energy, we actually buy more goods and services from the U.S. than they buy from us. I'm happy to make this National Bank report available to anyone who wants it, that shows we actually have $58 billion in a trade deficit with the Americans when you take energy out. And that's why I wanted to have the assurance that the Americans are interested in getting more of our oil and gas, because I think oil and gas is going to be key to being able to get a breakthrough once tariffs do come in getting them off. I think if we maintain a strong partnership on energy, we make the case about how much the Americans benefit from that energy relationship. We demonstrate that we are a good trade partner, that we buy more goods and services from America than any other nation, and that we do buy more goods and services when you take energy out. I think we can make that case, and I think that the bedrock of that tariff-free relationship is energy. I think that when you talk about how we export, and I think that the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, made this point recently, we actually sell discounted oil to the U.S. They upgrade it. So $100 billion worth of Canadian exported oil turns into $300 billion worth of value-added product, and exports that the U.S. can then use with their trade partners around the world. So I just feel like the more we make those arguments, slowly but surely, we'll be able to make the case that we should continue to enjoy a tariff-free relationship. But I don't want to raise any expectations. The administration, the president gets sworn in, becomes president on January 20th. As I understand, from reading the papers, there's 100 executive orders coming in there, and I haven't seen anything that suggests that he's changing course. So our job is going to be to work overtime to make sure that we can make the case for carve-outs if that potential does happen. And there's going to have to be some kind. If a 25% tariff comes in across the board on all of our goods, there will have to be a Canadian response. My efforts are to try to avoid that altogether. I feel like it would be mutually damaging to have 25% tariffs across the board on U.S. goods coming into Canada. That would harm Canadian citizens at a time when we have an affordability crisis, in the same way that a 25% tariff across the board on our goods to the U.S. will harm U.S. citizens, some more than others. There are some states whose refineries, we've got 50 refineries that rely on Canadian oil,